Hey, what is going on, guys? Computer Surgeon here, and we're going to be talking about something that isn't related to computers. You could kind of say that they are a little bit related, but we're going to be talking about cameras today and what cameras I think you should start YouTube with, or that would be a big help in starting your YouTube career. Now, the first thing that you kind of want to figure out is what videos you're going to be making. If you're going to be vlogging, if you're going to be doing something like tech reviews, maybe how-to videos or something like that, because the kind of camera that you're getting is going to directly correlate with how you film videos. So something kind of small and compact is obviously going to be helpful for something like vlogging rather than carrying around a huge camera, whereas setting up a rig for something like tech reviews is going to be a lot more helpful in the long run with quality and kind of portability as well. So the first thing that I kind of want to go over is something that I'm sure everybody has, which is a smartphone. I have the iPhone 7 Plus. So the iPhone 7 Plus has a camera that is capable of recording in 4K. There are also a lot of other phones out there, like maybe the Samsung Galaxy S8 and a bunch of other ones that I'm not entirely sure of that also record in 4K. Now, something like this is very helpful because obviously everybody has some kind of smartphone, and if you have a smartphone, I would highly recommend you just using that in order to get started with YouTube rather than buying something like a $5,000 or $6,000 camera. Now, if you have the money and you feel that that is necessary in order for you to make videos, go ahead and buy it. But in order to start YouTube, you just need something to start filming with, which is obviously your phone. So if you're looking to not spend any money on kind of starting to get into YouTube, your phone is a great option. Obviously, on the iPhone 7 Plus, the front-facing camera is not 4K capability, but if you want to, you can use the back-facing camera like this, or you can also just buy some other kind of camera that has the capability of recording in 4K. And you can get a lot of 4K cameras now, but as of right now, they're all pretty expensive, and it obviously depends on what you want to spend. Now, we're going to be going over a few different cameras that I think are really good besides the phone on your camera, and these can range from anywhere to $600 to around $3,000 to give kind of everybody a little bit of a price range. Obviously, for something less than $600, you're going to be suffering with quality and things like that, but if quality really isn't something you're worried about, then you can really go ahead and purchase any camera from maybe Amazon or something like that. But the first camera is going to be my camera, and I am currently recording with the Canon T5i, and I think the quality on this thing is actually pretty decent considering its price point. You can get one of these for around $530 right now just for the body and the lenses included. It's an 18 to 55 millimeter lens, and you can obviously just buy this on Amazon. I think, yeah, on Amazon right now it's around $540, or you can get the creator kit, which includes a Rode microphone, for $649, and this is by Canon on Amazon as well. But as you guys can see, the quality is pretty good. It's not anything to be super proud of. It's not 4K capable, but you can record at 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames a second. None of the options on this camera are 60 frames a second, and that is obviously going to affect the quality. If you can get a higher frames per second for maybe 1920 by 1080, that is going to drastically increase the smoothness and quality of your video. But for right now, this is okay for me. I'm not really into YouTube all that much. I do want to start making a lot more videos, which is going to happen, but as of right now, this camera is really all I'm willing to spend money on, and if I want something that has 4K capability, I can obviously just use my phone for that, which I have in the past, and it worked out great. Now, if you're looking for kind of a little bit more expensive camera with a lot more capabilities on it, such as quality, you can go ahead and upgrade to something like the Canon 70D, which is around $900 right now just for the body. This does not include a lens. Lenses can range from anywhere to $100 to $500. The one that I'm using is a 10 to 18 millimeter Canon lens, and it is around $279, and I think it works great. I did a video on it if you guys want to check that out, but it is going to be pretty expensive, I think, with the lens and the body. It's going to be around $1,200, and you can also upgrade to the Canon 80D, which is Canon's latest camera, and the body for that, I believe, is around $1,100 just for the body, no lens. If you get the lens for that, the one that I'm using, it's going to run you around $1,300 to $1,400, which is pretty expensive for a camera, but like I said, if you're into photography or if you're into video making or creating or anything like that, it's definitely worth the investment to get something that's a little bit better quality so you don't have to spend that much money down the line. Like me, I spent $600 on a camera, and I'm going to have to spend even more money later in order to get better quality, which I'm definitely going to want to do sometime in the future, just not as of right now. So if you really don't have a budget on any kind of camera and you're really looking for the best quality possible, you can go with something that shoots in 4K. Now 4K cameras kind of being a new technology, it is still pretty expensive. They are getting a little bit less expensive, but you're still going to shell out a pretty decent amount of money for this. So Canon actually does make a 4K camera. It is on the higher priced end at $3,500 without a lens. So if you're looking to get a lens with this, obviously you're going to need one, but if you want to spend a good amount of money on something like this lens, the 10 to 18 millimeter lens, that's going to run you another $300 plus any accessories. So you could be pushing up to $4,000 with this camera, and it's not the smallest 4K camera that you can get on the market right now. Honestly, this is probably one of the smallest 4K capable cameras that you can get, and it's really just in this little vicinity here. But some of the most awesome 4K cameras right now are Sony's cameras, and these are really remarkable, and they're actually pretty decently priced compared to its competitors like Canon. So you can get a Sony a6300 for around $950, just the body, no lens included. Now Sony's lenses are very more expensive compared to Canon's lenses, and you will see that here in a second. The lens that you can get with something like an a6300, you can see here, is $850, and this is also Sony's 10 to 18 millimeter compared to Canon's 10 to 18 millimeter at $279. So you're going to be spending just about as much on a lens as you could a Canon camera that comes with a lens. However, the Sony a6300 is a little bit older than its predecessor, the Sony a6500. And on Amazon, you can get this right now for about $1,400 with no lens. And with the 10 to 18 millimeter lens, you can get this for $2,246. And with the 16 to 55 millimeter, you can get this for around $1,750. Like I said, still very expensive, still kind of new technology, and once a lot more companies tend to integrate this into their cameras, the prices are going to go down, obviously. But when something like 8K comes out, who knows when that'll be, it's going to be very, very expensive, just like with any new technology. So you can really look at the Sony a6300 or the a6500, and those are relatively in a good price range below $2,000, which is something that you might end up spending on something like a MacBook that are capable of recording in 4K. Now, if you want to edit 4K, most likely you're going to need something that has the capability of editing 4K like a new laptop and a monitor. So these do come with kind of some limitations with that, but obviously you can really get nice, crisp quality with cameras like this. But this isn't the only Sony camera that is really good right now. There's also the Sony a7S Mark II, and this is retailing for around $2,900 without a lens. This is just the body, so if you're looking to buy a lens for this camera, obviously you're going to be looking at another maybe $1,000 on this, which kind of adds up to the same amount as the Canon 5D Mark IV. So you could really kind of weigh out your options here. Maybe you're a bigger fan of Canon cameras than you are Sony cameras, but Sony cameras that do record in 5K are really hot on the market right now, but they are also pretty expensive, especially with all the accessories that they might come with. Now, buying something like a 4K camera is obviously going to be a lot better of an investment than buying something like a Canon camera for $800 and then deciding later down the line that you want to upgrade to something like a 4K camera. You could obviously either keep your Canon camera or sell it on something like eBay to get a little bit of your money back. They do hold value very well, but like I said, you're going to be spending more money down the line if you just buy a Canon camera and keep switching cameras to see which ones you like best. So I would highly recommend that you guys maybe try some of these out before you end up buying them. I know Best Buy has a lot of these on display, and I actually went there a few days ago and tried out all the cameras that I could, and I was really impressed with the build quality and the picture quality that I was getting from the Alpha series and the A63 and the A6500 from Sony compared to something like an 80D on the Canon side. Now, Best Buy doesn't really display the 5D Mark IV just because it's very expensive. Depending on what area you live in, they might, but I would highly recommend that you guys maybe try these out, maybe from a friend or something before buying them. Otherwise, you are going to be spending a lot of money to upgrade them. So my advice, if you're looking to start YouTube, would just to use your phone off the bat, kind of get the hang of it. A lot of people think they might like YouTube, and then turns out they spend all this money on a really good camera, and they end up not liking it. Now, as of right now, like I said, I'm recording with the Canon T5i, and I actually really like it. I think it's a really good quality camera for what I'm producing right now. Obviously, later down the line, when I get more subscribers and want to make more quality videos, I am going to upgrade to something probably like a Sony a6500, because of its price point. But like I said, if you know that you're going to end up buying a new camera down the line, I honestly didn't. I was just buying this to make videos here and there and take some pictures for my friends' weddings and things like that. So I will end up buying something like a Sony camera down the line, probably when I hit maybe around 5,000 subscribers or more. But right now, I'm really just focused on the camera that I have, and I think it's actually working pretty great for me. If I want anything in 4K, I can always shoot on my iPhone, and that works just as well. But obviously, I would like to have something a little bit more compact. This one is actually pretty big. All Canon cameras like this are. They don't really have a small compact one unless you get something like a Power Shot, which are capable of recording in 4K, but if you're looking for something like an external microphone, the Power Shots do not have the capability of getting something like an external microphone mounted on them unless you do it in a very unique way. They have built-in microphones, and obviously you can put some kind of windscreen on that, but that is probably going to cause some issues with wind noise down the line, which is why I personally didn't get a Power Shot. I like the stability that this T5i has. But I will link all of the cameras that I mentioned in this video down below. Now keep in mind that prices do change very often. Some of the prices listed like you see are on sale, and I don't know when those are going to go up or go down. They fluctuate very often. You can actually kind of see the graph for the prices and how they fluctuate. But like I said, guys, if you want to purchase one of these cameras and you know you're just going to end up buying a better one down the line, I would probably just get the better one down the line right now, especially since some of these, as you can see, are on sale for pretty good prices. But keep in mind that the difference between Canon and Sony is that Canon doesn't really offer a lot of 4K cameras for as cheap of a price as Sony does. So if you're looking to record in 4K at 30 frames a second, Sony is definitely your best option. But like I said, if you are trying to just start out YouTube, get the feel of things, I would really just recommend, maybe borrowing a camera from a friend or just using your phone to record videos, because the quality of phone cameras now is very good and enough to make YouTube videos for. But that about does it for today's video, guys. I will be posting a video every other day from now on. I hope to really kind of get the ball rolling. I have a lot of video ideas, and I'm really excited for what's to come for this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I do a lot of tech reviews. I kind of really just go over anything technology. I'm very diverse in the field of software and hardware and things like that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what camera you think you would upgrade to if you had the option to. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and thanks for watching.